Continuing with the Kevin Spacey collection here on Netflix, I watched, can't keep this hood up, I'm getting pissed, LA Confidential from 1997. I remember when this came out, getting a lot of awards talk, but this was the year Titanic, so I think it might have got shut out or close to shut out, but it was quite a nominated film that everybody was talking about back in the day. This does have some people from a previously mentioned film, The Negotiator. And yeah, this was 97, I think Negotiator 98. Paul Guilfoyle, Kevin Spacey, the guy who played Snow in Negotiator, they're in this too. Well, anyhow, set in, what was this, 1930s Hollywood? Was it 30s or 40s? Hell, it might have been 50s. Yeah, this is a different, bleak version of Hollywood where everybody's a hoe, lots of cursing. Cops are Irish. Kevin Spacey's a famed cop. He gets to moonlight as the what's that called? The like reference officer for a basically dragnet analogy. He's the assistant. The guy tries to keep it real, make sure it's authentic cop action in Hollywood. So you have this film. Oh, look at the power! It's the power of movies. They're cops and they're in LA. We know about cops in LA. Oh, and they're in movies too. Well, it's a movie about movies. It's got to get nominations. That's how that works. You know that by now if you've watched this channel much. And you can see that past all the bullshit. Yeah. Danny DeVito he writes for something called Hush Hush. He spreads gossip around the scene. He works with Kevin Spacey, and they try to finagle situations. Hey, I know we're movie stars, getting it on with some guy. They've got marijuana. Let's bust them. They'll make a story. We'll get the lead. Yeah, there we go. You also have some other cops on the scene. And I do like the way how this movie puts all these different cop stories together and find out that they're related. So, while you have Kevin Spacey doing his moonlighting gig, Guy Pearce is a young detective. He's trying to rise up the ranks because idolizes his dad. He plays everything by the book 100% of the way. James Cromwell, you know, the tall guy from Babe, and the only good Next Generation movie. If you guys get the reference, comment below. He's the captain of the police, or is he a commissioner? I think he's captain of their squad. You know, gives out the assignments. You got this guy, Bud White. I keep remembering his name is Bud. This is Russell Crowe. This is like the movie that really put him on the map. He's a renegade cop. He doesn't get much credit for being bright. He's the muscle. He's always ready to pound somebody. He's kind of used as this enforcer. Well, there's this guy, I think that they call him Mickey Cohen, this Paul Guilfoyle. I think he's uncredited. He never talks or anything. He was the mafia boss in town. He gets arrested and his whole empire is up for grabs. And you have all these guys making different plays, selling heroin, running hoes, getting killed. And you're kind of wondering who's doing the killing. Well, there's this skirmish in the lockup. A lot of cops beating up on some immigrant guys. You know, the poor Latinos, I believe. And it didn't look too good, and everybody ends up getting reassigned and having to spill their guts. And you get Kevin Spacey gets put on Vice Squad, and he's trying to figure out some things. They've got a former partner of Russell Crowe. He gets kicked off the force. Well, now he's his former partner because the sprawl gets put in early retirement. And they find out that he, I'm trying to stay away from these people here. Oh, we got people running over this way. So he gets into this diner and gets killed. Russell Crowe's furious about this. Guy Pearce has to investigate. Kevin Spacey really gets put on the back burner for a bit. But you realize that there's these girls in town who've had plastic surgery. And one of them was meeting up with, I guess that's a prostitute, was meeting up with this former cop. And all of them get killed. Everybody in the diner. They end up implicating some black guys. They get some tips of black guys are involved. Yeah, they were raping a Latino girl. Russell Crowe comes in, shoots him up and everything, saves her. The guys who got away and rat on this in negotiation and all that, they get taken out eventually by Guy Pearce, and Guy Pearce looks like a hero, and hooray, they solved the murder mystery, right? Because the Latino girl said this. Then she admits to lying, said no one was going to care about her case unless it also linked up to the white girls getting killed. So she had to lie about it. Kevin Spacey starts figuring some things out because he is kind of tagging this, what's his name, the guy from The Mentalist, kind of trailing along with him because he understands about this sex cult of girls made up to look like stars. And he sees this guy. Is his name Simon West? It probably isn't. Was that the director, Simon? This guy's name's Simon, I'm sure of it. So he's gonna give a BJ to Snow from the negotiator, who's the DA here. Checks in on this guy's location, finds out he's killed. He starts to realize some of this stuff, but spills the beans to the wrong guy, the captain, James Cromwell, who kills him. And he kills Danny DeVito. And the stupidest thing here was Russell Crowe hooks up with Kim Basinger. I think she gets an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress for this. Okay? Like, that's one thing. Feels like she's hardly in the movie. And doesn't do much important, just kind of stands around at her house, talking about who she's going to screw. Well, it's bad enough that Russell Crowe has to fall for her. And his whole thing is women who've been beaten, he really takes to the offense for. Oh, but now Guy Pearce just shows up and has to do her. There's photos of that get out. The captain gives them to, or has Russell Crowe discover them, almost like some kind of Inception / Minority Report pre-crime event. Has him discovered, so he's gonna go take out Guy Pearce. Guy Pearce talks him down, says that this is the whole thing. The captain's in on it. We're gonna go meet up. We're gonna take care of this. They go to some hotel. Big shootout. Not a bad shootout. Now, I'll give it some credit for that. Like, Russell Crowe goes into the floor, pops out, blasts him up, everything. There's guys getting stacked left, right, and center. Russell Crowe gets shot a ton. It keeps looking like he gets killed. He has like 10 false deaths in this movie. James Cromwell's there. He's like the last man standing. It's like, so here's what we're gonna do. The cops are showing up. They were signs, let me do the talking, you'll be a hero. And he walks away, he's walking towards the police. Guy Pearce shoots him in the back. Because he said at the beginning of the movie he wouldn't do that. Even if he knew the guy was guilty, perpetrator, all this stuff, he wouldn't do it. So he doesn't play by the rules, takes out the bad guy. During interrogation, spills the beans about how everything was covered up. There's a heroin deal that Russell Crowe's ex-partner was in on. They had him taken out. They have the guy who runs the prostitution ring. Everybody's getting cleaned up around town by the cops, and anybody new is getting moved out of town. And I like the idea of the cops assuming the mob role. I thought that was pretty cool. He says, look, you need a hero. You're going to call James Cromwell a hero? Well, make me a hero too. I'll go along with it. And that's what he gets. He gets another medal. And then at the end he says goodbye to Russell Crowe and Kim Basinger. And it's like, how's he still alive? And how come he didn't get a medal? Overall, I thought this had some nice surprises that I ruined for you, but I would give LA Confidential 3 out of 4 stars.